Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It's a little after 7 a.m. in the morning here in Miami.
We've just been looking at the sunrise.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, totally.
It's our third day here, or fourth day, I guess, in Miami, and we've been trying to catch the sunrise since we were super jet lagged and waking up really early anyways.
Yeah.
So we've been trying to catch it, but yesterday was pretty bad weather, and the day before that we missed it.
Yeah, the weather has been very unstable. Like it's raining, like pouring rain for like 10-15 minutes, and then it just totally like burning hot. So it's very unregular. I'm a little bit afraid of my spray tan.
Yeah, it's humid here, really, really humid. But yesterday we were working out a glute session with Aldo. And
we met up early, so it was totally amazing to meet them in person and be able to chit chat and like talk about the industry, but also the personal level, to get to know them a little bit better, like who they are as persons and about their gym.
And they were super friendly and welcoming, and just fun to meet up people that you kind of look up to and
get inspired by.
Nice car.
They're so hardworking and like down to earth at the same time. So it's really like, it was really nice.
Yeah, and today there's gonna be more of that. We're going back out to the gym. Like the tips that he gave you were like invaluable.
You can try it out and see for yourself if you like it or not. Like that's why I guess you guys are watching too, just to get inspired and try some new things. Maybe it works for you, maybe it doesn't. I will most definitely take some things with me back to Sweden and use them forever. So I hope you will find some like valuable stuff for you too. And let us know like what you guys think about those kinds of videos, because sometimes like we will post the whole session, sometimes it's more vloggy. Like let us know what you guys think.
And sometimes it's jump cuts with nice edits and things like that I like. So really let us know what you want, and that will like help us do a good mix for y'all. So we're gonna go in, have a second breakfast. You on peak week day 2?
Yes, I have so much carbs, so I'm enjoying it. But fun part is I'm a little bit sleepy after the meal, but we will go in and work. I have some work to do.
You woke up at 3 a.m., so it's not...
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
it's time to work a couple of hours, and then we're going to hit the gym again.
Yeah. Okay, you guys can come along.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yesterday you saw a glute session with Aldo, and today we will hit upper body and we will go through like the shoulder, and I said I want to have more rounded shoulders all over, and I want to have some focus on the lats today. So
yeah, so when it comes to shoulders, I always check out the way that their specific body type or length of their joints and the direction of their arm path, and when they're really shredded, like close to a show, you can see everything. So this is perfect. She's 9 days out? 9 days out, you can see every striation. So for her, doing front raises, she hits her side delts, her medial delts, and you'll see from before and after how big and pumped her shoulders are gonna get just from doing an incline front raise variation. And that's going to open up your head to like your shoulder training concepts that you have back at home if you're watching this video, to play around with the angles, because it's a 360 joint, so you could go any way you want before you like start impinging stuff. Just play with it in different planes of motion and see what feels good and see what gives you the best pump, but without any aches and pains, and continue with that, and you'll see a true development of your shoulders. So we're going to start off with front raises on an incline bench.
Perfect. first we gotta do a before picture so we can see how your shoulders look now. There we go.
Squeeze it more from here.
Comparison picture. That's the first look at.
See them fuller?
Yeah.
It hurts to pose.
That you should always pose when it hurts. Because when you're on stage, you think it's gonna feel good? No, it's just gonna hurt.
How does it feel?
It hurts to drink. Like the pump, it's like, it's so hard.
On to the next one. Training the rear delt, what are you like looking for, and what do you want to accomplish with the shoulder?
First, finding the rear delt on the person, because it's so small, really small, and seeing if the client could actually connect with it or target it in their movement pattern, or if it's something lacking on their body, or if it's something that is stubborn that they can't reach to because they have overdeveloped medial delts, or the way that their body or their muscles are formed where it's very tiny and it's like back there and you could barely do anything for it, or if their traps take over the whole entire movement. Now with a lot of like just clients in general, the first thing I try to look for their first rep, I see like, because you see how it's like crossed, and I put you down for a reason, so then if it's coming down naturally like this, I want to see if they're forcefully going like this. That's the first thing I look for, and she didn't do that. I was like, oh, okay, cool. But a lot of girls, they go when the line of path goes like this, like down. So when that happens, it's like, all right, they're like subconsciously just in there thinking that this is the movement for the rear delt. So then that's why I asked you, like, your natural, does that feel natural to you? And then you're like, yeah. So those are the things that go in my head when I'm training a client when it comes to rear delts. All right, so we just finished up side lateral raises, and when it comes to shoulders, like I said when we first started, you have to find the person's, range of motion, the way their movement pattern is constructed due to their anatomy, because everybody's different. And for her, one, her anatomy is different. Two, she has a shoulder impingement that she had told me about in the beginning, where it pinches sometimes, whether it's a shoulder press or whatever. And she's 6 days away from the show, 6 days out from the show. So there's no loading up the weight. There's no, none of that, breaking records. We're just going through movement patterns, and that itself is a new form of stimulus. So we're not trying to load up any type of, that was what, 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds, 3 pounds, 1 pound even. So we're just going through the movement patterns to see which movement pattern was giving her the stimulus to the side delt and what region of the side delt. And then as she starts fatiguing, of course her triceps are going to start coming into play, but also she started feeling like the little impingement. So then instead of saying, all right, just keep going, obviously I'm not going to do that. So we just changed up the angle again, and we changed up the thumb placement, which she added external rotation to it, where she would just go here. But remember, she was in a different angle. So instead of her usual standing up and doing a side lateral raise, she had told me that she thinks about coming up on the side lateral raise. When she's on her back, it's kind of like a mind fuck where you're not going up because you're on your back. So her up is down, but it wasn't, how do you say it?
You have to just rethink.
Yeah, she had to rethink it, and I had to rethink it as a coach. All right, what's complementary to her up? I guess down. So, but on top of that, I had to think, all right, but her impingement, and then her natural way of doing a side lateral raise. In the beginning, she wanted to, and then she'd go like this, which I caught. So then I had to guide her from the beginning to go downward, and then that's when everything started clicking into place perfectly. And then you saw her delts look like pumpkins at that point, and we just continued with that specific range of motion, that specific movement pattern that didn't hurt her, that didn't impinge her shoulder, and then we just went with repetitions, and they just blew up from there. So, side delts.
And how do you shoulder feel now?
It feels good. It hurts a little bit just to take my arms up. I imagine brushing my hair afterwards. This would be very hard.
You're not driving.
Yeah, that's very good.
So what are we doing now?
Now we're doing lats. We're going to start off with the Nautilus pullover, first generation. And this one's actually the female's version, so it's perfect.
Oh, there's a female version.
Yep. Could you pass me a belt?
Shorty gon' check that, bang that, drop that, hit that, pack that, kick that, send that, flip that. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Hay 7 demonios tratando de controlarme. No me quiero ir al infierno, pero ellos quieren llevarme. Hey, look, whoa, 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 whoa. Hay 7 demonios tratando de controlarme. No me quiero ir al infierno, pero ellos quieren llevarme. No quiero nada con tu novia, está empezando a molestarme. Soy suave como el Vicrepo y por eso quieren montarme. Así, she let her bounce, I'll see. Shawty bad, yeah, she know she a 10. She bring a friend in my posse. Quisiera superar la soberbia, pero sé que soy un Magdari. Big body, pero no suburban. Sentada linda con ese fari. La avaricia me hace comprar todas las cosas que yo deseo. Soy un cubano famoso, igual que mi tío Maceo. No dejes que la envidia te envenene. Baby, andar con Bambi te conviene. Beefsteak, Wagyu, if you want the beef, I'm a doggy. Me lo estoy comiendo por hula, and master spending that hula. Baby, sé que él no puede controlar su ira, porque tú hangas conmigo bien tranquila. Y mezclamos la lujuria con tequila. When you see the boy pull up to BFC, yo no dejo que la pereza me impida, but it's more than my 2 liters. Sé que hay 7 demonios tratando de controlarme. No me quiero ir al infierno, pero ellos quieren llevarme. No quiero nada con tu novia, está empezando a molestarme. Soy suave como el Vicrepo y por eso quieren montarme. Hay 7 demonios tratando de controlarme. No me quiero ir al infierno, pero ellos quieren llevarme. No quiero nada con tu novia, están empezando a molestarme. Soy suave como el bicrepo y por eso quieren montarme.
So we just finished off with lats, and yeah, it's a challenging thing to, we were just talking about it, unlearn other habits that maybe worked for us before, and now since it's engraved in us, during our workouts we have to try and fight the temptation of redoing that, but also at the same time we have to relearn it in a different way. But on top of that, we got to relearn it with resistance, because sometimes if you do it with no resistance, you don't feel anything, but that's like something that people hold on to as like a guide rail to do the movement, because it's just something that they could, you know, attach to and like use it. If you're thinking about what you're doing and just continuously thinking as you progress in the set with resistance and as you're fatiguing, it gets challenging. But that's the whole part about working out, especially if you're a bodybuilder for physique competitors, because you have to display that on stage. So if you're mindlessly doing your reps, you're gonna mindlessly go on stage and present those mindlessly muscle fibers that you mindlessly created, and it might not look that good compared to the person standing on stage winning the whole entire show when they were mindful of everything that they were doing. And that's something that a lot of physique competitors need to start applying, which is like the thinking stuff and like the taking your time with the repetition, taking your time through the range of motion. Because if you rush it, you give yourself no time or opportunity to adjust yourself, to be your own coach during those movement patterns with resistance. Because if you're off by 1%, like you guys seen, like by one little tiny thing, another muscle is going to take over, and it's not going to be the muscle that you need to be improving when you're stepping on stage. The pain, that part is the part of bodybuilding and training that you need to go towards. Not, no, it hurts, so I'm not going to do that, or I'm going to throw stuff. No, that's not the way to go when it comes to physique training or bodybuilding or muscle hypertrophy, because that's not in the recipe book for building muscle. You have to go towards the discomfort and go towards the pain. Not pain like you're getting your head chopped off or you got to go to the ER pain. We're talking about like the pain that you guys consider pain, but it's not really pain. It's just an uncomfortable feeling or a sensation. So stop masking it, stop being a pussy, and fucking go towards the pain.
So how does it feel? You're done.
We're done, and I just want to say that it's whoever you are, if you're training, you should really invest yourself in the time to have a coach beside you at some point. Like even me that have been training for quite a while now, you should incorporate it like once a year or twice a year at least, just to remind yourself of some movements that you're maybe doing completely wrong and have someone there to guide you. I've been doing lats for like over 2-3 years now, but this is the first time I actually understood that I'm like developing a different kinds of muscle mass on my back that's not supposed to be the lats. So now I found my lats. So like you just have to have someone there that can see those small details when you're not noticing it yourself. So this is very nice, like both shoulders and lats I will bring with me. So this is very nice. Thank you for watching, and thank you Aldo and your co-assistant too. Like, what's your name too? Alex. So Alex was co-assistant. He's like in a training here to see what he can incorporate for his like PT sessions at home too. So it was really nice to have both of them here. So thank you for watching, and I hope you will get yourself really nice round shoulders and lats. Ciao!